Good evening, guys. Morning, whatever it is. It's 12th of December 2024. So 12/12/24, that's an interesting number. I'm gonna make a quick video today with my thoughts on some coins that I'm watching and give my thoughts on them and potential targets for this bull run, and obviously where we can consider that we are wrong. So the first one I want to start with is WIF. We all know WIF hat, dog WIF hat, and I want to start by having a look on the weekly time frame. We have here, actually we are now at a pretty strong support level. You see all this period of accumulation. This has led to market structure break on this level. So we had a higher low, higher high. Now we come in with a retest of this zone here, which has kept the price. Price was kept here since June. So now that we broke out over here and we are retesting over here, this made me to form my bullish bias on this coin. If we go down on the daily, you can see at the moment that this retest, although it might seem scary now, it is actually a good entry, and it's a entry that would make sense. I really hope the music is not too loud. So the trade I'm gonna take here, I'm gonna average in. Invalidation will be below the stop, because obviously if we go below that, then the trade is wrong. And the take profit, just get rid of this. So the take profit, I'm gonna use the Fibonacci tool for that. And my first TP would be 1-to-1 extension of that move. So I'm gonna literally take this trade right after I close the stream. If you have any validation below that wick here, we have a 5-hour trade basically. Obviously, if conditions are good going into the new year, we could let this ride and do more of a swing trade, so we will see. One thing I'm cautious about is the RSI dropped below 50 here, and it looks like maybe this is a bearish retest as well on the bands. But zoom out, you can see we are rejecting from almost at the 50 level of the RSI and the weekly bands, which are green, so the trend is up. As I said, I'm going to trade this trade right after I close the stream, and we will update it in the future. Next one, I want to check out this dot. Let me get rid of this. So dot on a high time frame, it's been this period of accumulation since 8th of August 2022. That's a long time. At the moment, it looks like we are failing to break out from this weekly level, but also this weekly candle for the moment looks good. It's got a thick body on the top and a big wick on the bottom, so that means there was a lot of buying pressure in this area here, and possibly that low there that got bought. If we go on the daily, you can see we bouncing off the 50 RSI. I'm not gonna take a trade on this yet, just because it's not my system, pardon me. But the breakout of this level here, a breakout, a retest, and then basically this is what I'm looking at, more or less. Now I doubt DOT will get to its all-time high. I don't think it will. It might. Everything is possible in crypto. But basically I'm looking at this order block here, which would be from the breakout, 273% move, not bad. SHIB, Shiba Inu, very similar spot as DOT. As you see, these Dino coins, the old coins, most of them look the same. So at the moment we have a big rejection of that weekly level. Failed to break out. We tried to 2 weeks. We didn't even have a daily breakout above that level. No closes. You see these wicks, that means this. Over here there's a lot of supply, demand. So people are selling into that level. Now again on the daily, close beneath the bands means chop, doesn't really mean necessarily bearish price action. We are above RSI 50. If we look on the weekly as well, we having a higher form, a higher low form. What we'll be looking at now is we break above a few closes and that will give us a higher high, but that's still to be confirmed, so I'm not going to take a trade on this either for the moment. I do see this as is bullish, but remember, being December, people usually de-risk, so the path might be like that. Who knows? It's just one of them, we gotta keep an eye on it. And then a coin which was my favorite in the last bull run, 2021, sand. And this is such a sad chart, honestly. This is usually what happens, you see, with in a bull market. So basically we had nine weeks, 13%. And then we had 399 days, minus 95%. This will never go back to its all-time high, never, ever. I very much doubt that. This price action here, this is October 23 to May 24. This has been bullish because obviously we had the RSI trading above the 50 level, and then we had the bands, the weekly bands turn green, but it wasn't the time. Now I do think it's the time. 1 year after the halving, I keep banging on about this bullish. With sand is a bit different because if we look at this weekly level that's been capping the price, we are above it. We closed above it. Now we are retesting it. If we go down on the daily, it's not that clear, but it's clear enough. So I would say a weekly close above. That would set it up very nicely. And potentially it will go up here. because you see all this inefficiency here. Once we get away from this level and above $1.32, this inefficiency here, this will fill up very quickly. You see how quickly it filled, it went up? That's how quickly it went down. Inefficient moves fill up like that. So anyway guys, WIF will be the only trade I take for the moment. It'll be a 16.65% stop loss, more or less. Depends where it is when I get out of this stream. And the 541 hour trade. So that means you're gonna make 5.41 times your risk, which is a decent R. Okay guys, that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Don't get liquidated, manage your risk, and don't forget it's not financial advice. See you on the next one.